Cannabis is big business in Lebanon. According to the government, the illicit trade is worth more than $1 billion a year. Much of the crop is processed at plants similar to this one to make hashish, which is shipped across the Middle East and around the world. But increasingly, these fields are starting to disappear. Over the years, the military has launched periodic crackdowns across the eastern Bekaa Valley, setting fire to plants and causing major losses for growers. WALID comes from a long line of cannabis cultivators. He says despite the risks, his family had often been able to make healthy profits, but not anymore.
We had to stop hashish cultivation because although it was lucrative and the environment here is excellent for growing, it was illegal. We faced several challenges because we were small dealers and couldn't keep up with the big dealers who can export the hashish abroad.
One of the biggest issues facing the cannabis industry in recent years is their traditional smuggling routes through Syria have been blocked because of the war. Tired of the uncertainty, many farmers have turned to another crop to revive their fortunes: grapes for making wine. This vineyard was planted just a few years ago. It produces grapes of such high quality that it is already being made into wine. MICHEL, EMAD, who had been in the hashish industry for decades but gave it up to make wine, says growing Cabernet instead of cannabis was an easy choice.
In the end, we want to live with dignity and with a clear conscience, rather than living with the fear of being fugitives. That's why I was one of the first people to leave the drugs business, because everyone here wants to live a dignified and legal life.
This winery was set up to allow small-scale wine growers to work together as a cooperative. It's part of attempts to help them crack the competitive Lebanese market with their own vintages. Since January, more than 100,000 bottles have been produced here, which is still only a fraction of the 8 million bottles of wine Lebanon produces each year. But with profits from grapevine cultivation starting to surpass earnings from cannabis growing, there is little doubt there will soon be more wine than weed here. Imtiaz, Tyab, Al Jazeera, in Lebanon's eastern Bekaa Valley.